right, welcome back to American Sunrise. It is time now for our moment of faith, brought to us by Lee Greenwood and the God Bless the USA Bible. In focus today, 2 new saints for a new generation. This weekend, Pope Leo XIV declared Carlo Acutis and Pier Giorgio Frassati saints in a historic ceremony at St. Peter's Square. Acutis, the first ever millennial saint, used his tech skills to catalog Eucharistic miracles online. Wow. He loved video games, The Simpsons, and giving to the poor. Now, Frassati, he was born to privilege in 1901, gave his life to serving the needy, literally giving people the clothes off of his back. Both of the men died young, but left spiritual legacies that inspire young people around the world. This is the Catholic Church call to the next generation. Holiness isn't just for the past. It's happening right now. Let's welcome to American Sunrise the President for Catholics, John Yep. John, always love having you on the show. What a cool moment, especially for young people in the Catholic Church, to see these two canonized as saints.
Can you imagine being the mother of Blessed Carlo Acutis? I mean, their 15-year-old boy died of cancer, and 15 years later, the Catholic Church is standing there saying, hey, your son is now in heaven. He's led such an exemplary life. I mean, that's ultimately the goal of every single parent, is to bring their kids to heaven. And we saw that blatantly on Sunday. It was really a great thing to see. And as like millions, I would say almost 600,000 people were there in the square to witness a celebration.
I just think it's the coolest thing. And, you know, a lot of the work that he was doing on Earth was through video games, of all things. I mean, it just really ties everything together for young people, that the work that you can do to spread the word and really live Jesus's teachings can be through everything that you do, from even down to the video games. Was that message really echoed a lot during the Pope's announcement?
It absolutely was. And almost one person that kind of gets a little bit less limelight was Pier Giorgio Frassati. And I think he applies very much particular to young men today. I mean, he was very much a political activist, we would call him today. You know, he was a staunch opponent of the fascism that was on the rise post-World War I, but he found a way to bring his faith into the political public life. You know, obviously we lead a group, Catholics for Catholics, that does just that. And I think it's an example for Christian men and women out there today in America today, is to get involved. Flynn says all the time, General Flynn, local action equals national impact. We got to be doing that. And Frassati did just that, and he made it to heaven.
And you know what, John? Catholics for Catholics is doing just that as well here in America. I understand you guys had a really big day yesterday. You're partnering with President Trump. And at yesterday's event at the Museum of the Bible, you joined the White House prayer campaign for America. I know you were there at the event in Washington, so tell us more about this and this initiative.
Everyone should take a few minutes and watch some clips today or yesterday of Trump's visits to the Museum of the Bible, where he had a hearing on religious liberty, and he announced, most importantly at the end, a special campaign of prayer between now and the 250th anniversary of the founding of the country. Huge moments. Yes, you mentioned Catholics for Catholics is an official partner of the White House in this prayer endeavor. We got to be doing more of that. The President of the United States is conscious of that, and if he can be conscious of that with as many things he has on his mind, then we also have to make prayer a priority in our day.
And John, you know, I think it's always important to remember that through prayer, thankfulness is always something that, gratitude is something that we need to remember to pray for as well. But what is it that you think that America collectively needs to pray for the future of our country right now? What do we need to remember when we're sitting in silence and talking to God? Obviously, thank you so much for all of our abundant blessings, but what is the next step in that prayer?
If you don't fight for it, you're going to lose it. And I think that's the call to this specific generation, because we're put up to the test right now. We have serious threats, exteriorly, of course, in the United States, but also inside our own country. People think exactly the opposite of what we do. And we have Senator Tim Kaine, who just said the other day, Trump referenced that rights come not from God, but from man, which is an absurdity. So these kind of people are inside our walls, so to speak. We need to be pushing back with our own narrative that, you know, this country is from God, and we must return it to God.
John Yep, thank you so much for joining American Sunrise, and best of luck with all of your endeavors with that partnership with the White House. Thanks for joining the show. All right, we'll be back with the second hour of American Sunrise.